I could stand to have a little more bourbon. Just a little though. Just a little. Just a little bit. Not gonna die. Not gonna inhale it. That went poorly last time. No, okay, I can just it's so good. And then it gets creepy, which is even better. Okay, I didn't inhale it, but it did go down rougher. I have to unpause it. Play. What you missed story-wise, Cage Tiger, is essentially nothing. I've gained some abilities. Persistent, marry me right now, or everyone stays. Statues man has been continuing to be persistent and insists that I become his wife, but he is also... I shouldn't have done that. He's also changed his tune. Like, now he's saying, if you be my wife, we can together share this amazing collection of statues. So I can slide down things. Look at that. Can I jump while I'm sliding? Oh. Ooh, now I'm gonna explore over here. It's gonna be nothing. Nope, nothing. Yes. Got it. God bless Dave Foley. I love Dave Foley so much. He's just so... I love that man. The Pegasus came from, her sister was transformed into a Pegasus, apparently again. This is a direct sequel to a direct-to-video movie. In which our protagonist finds out that the Pegasus who has been helping her was actually her sister who had been transformed. And so at the start of the game, she is transformed once more into a Pegasus. Because it's just more fun that way, I guess. I'm gonna horizontal this way from up here and see what happens. Oh, I'm gonna, what the come on, Jason. Come on, you got this. Yeah, she was transformed by Evil Dude, which is a shame. But she was like, no, I'm good at this. I got this. I've been it's a flower. It's a pretty flower. Oh, it turns back. I guess that I should have learned that from the Goblin Dude. From when the Goblin Dude turned back, but I didn't think about that. So I'm gonna not this time turn the spider into a flower because I would rather just get rid of it. Actually, I don't need even slower. Oh shit. Yeah, it is a really useful thing. So I don't know that there was... Yeah, I did the same thing again. I should have learned my lesson. Did not learn my lesson. God damn it. I'm really bad at this and apparently every game. He didn't turn her also into a statue because evil man reasons. The game is actually pretty good, like, for what it is. And by which I mean, like, the things that I have a problem with are things that are problems that I have with the source material. Like, I have not seen the movie that this is a sequel to. But the things that I really don't like about the narrative are based in that, and the things that I don't like about the gameplay, which is really just like the the speed of movement. Those are based in, you know, the target demographic being, you know, young people. So I don't actually really have any complaints about the game. Yeah, like it's pretty good. I'm surprised. I was expecting to have so many issues with this Barbie game, and like every Barbie game. But no, this is a decently solid platformer, just targeted at a very young demographic. And yeah, the controls are solid, the mechanics are good and varied, the gameplay is varied. There are puzzle aspects that, you know, I appreciate that they are, that they exist in the game, and that they have utility in, you know, teaching, you know, very young people to think about, like, spatial awareness and stuff. Yeah, it's good. I would buy this for the young people in my life. I have two nephews, and neither are of like gaming age yet, but I kind of I want them to play NES games before anything else, and I don't know that that's a thing that I'll actually get to have happen, but that's what I want. Pumpkin banana bread. I want pumpkin banana bread. I want bread. I'm a bread person. I want bread. Always want bread. So I think this is the last stage until, just so they'll appreciate later technology better. There's a little bit of this was my childhood, and so my childhood is obviously the best childhood, so your childhood should mimic mine. And yeah, I mean, so I don't think I told this story actually in a stream, but one of my favorite bands is Wilco, and they just recently released a surprise record, just totally for free. Just suddenly one day we're like, hey, go to our website and you can download this new album. And it's really good. I enjoy it a lot. And there's my favorite track is called Random Name Generator. My sister texted me. I hadn't talked to her about the record at all, and she texted me and said that Joseph, who's the elder, he pushed on. She was playing Pandora, and he pushed the Wilco button, and it started playing Random Name Generator, and he started bobbing his head, and he says, "Hey, Mom, I like this." And she texted me that, and I was so proud, because I was like, "Fuck, I didn't even tell him that he was supposed to like that song. He just liked it. He just has taste that is similar to mine." And I was so impressed. Coolest damn kid. He is genetically disadvantaged. I don't know how to say that without sounding really mean to my brother-in-law's family. I kind of already did. So, but anyway, yeah, I don't think that our genes and his family's genes are really a good idea. But he's super cool. He's gonna be cooler than I am, and that's impressive. But yeah, so, I mean, part of it, though, is, yes, like, something that I like, that we can bond over. Oh, I'm supposed to wait for that. No, I didn't, no, oh, it's bad. Kind of have to elaborate at this point, because right now you could mean, like, something really racist. Oh, no. So we've got, somewhat extensive mental health issues in my family, and extremely extensive mental health issues in his family, and I just don't think that that's a cocktail you want to mix. But, you know, I'm constantly defeated by water. All forms of water. Like, here it's because it's slime, presumably. In that other place, it was because it was, I never considered that would sound racist. I need to find a new way to talk about that. Oh, and I got a key. Yeah, it is better when I actually say it. That's fucking... did I make it? No, die. Yeah. So anyway, back to the reasons that I want my nephews to play NES before anything else. I want them to have an appreciation. So I think, like, it took me a long time to, like, Star Trek the original series, for instance, because I was a snob. Like, I didn't like the... the water probably has gross things in it. I didn't like, you know, the really low-tech... It essentially comes down to the production values. Like, I thought that the production values were bad, which is accurate. But so I didn't give it a chance for a very long time. But some of the writing is spectacular, and some of the acting is pretty decent. But I didn't... It took me a long time to get over, like, not... you know, just being a snob about it. And I have this, like, very real fear that my nephews will not appreciate, like, Nintendo-era games because of, like, snobbery against the graphics. And so I feel like if that's one of their formative experiences with the medium, that, you know, that can be mitigated in that way. Like, that's the first video games they play are 8 bits, and so they're like, oh, well, it's like games are supposed to be 8 bits sometimes. Yeah, and the original series definitely does have a special place in my heart too now, but it took me a long time to get there. Like, it was only a few short years ago. Reach the other side by using your wand to make the blocks disappear before time runs out. Okay. Oh, so this is interesting. I don't think I'm gonna make it, guys. Oh, I am. I totally am. It is not like the other dresses, but it is purple. Yeah, TNG, I'm a bigger fan of TNG. Surprisingly, for me at least, like, I'm a pretty big fan of Deep Space Nine. And I didn't... Like, again, Deep Space Nine took me a long time to get to, because I had this notion that, you know, Star Trek, the original series, was what it was. Fuck, I did the wrong thing. Can I not win? I can't win now? Because I didn't flower power the fish? Please come back, fish. So anyway, and there it is. Yeah, so the original series did a thing and then the next generation did that thing better, essentially, was my feeling. And I thought that, like, that's what Star Trek was, and TNG was going to be just the pinnacle, so why would I waste my time with the others? But one of the things that they did really well in Star Trek series, I think, is you know, having really good, distinct premises, and that's not followed through on well sometimes. Like, I'm thinking of Voyager specifically. Like, Voyager has a lot of promise. But yeah, Deep Space Nine does a thing that is very different from TNG. Like, it's set up in a way that it gets to comment on spirituality and ideas of fate, and then also, you know, a lot of, like, racial and cultural clashes. Like, it's built into the premise that they get to deal with all of those things, and the acting is superb, and I am slightly in love with Miles O'Brien, so that helps. But yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I really have a lot of respect for Deep Space Nine that I did not expect I would have. If you've never seen Far Beyond the Stars, which is a 6th season, I think it's a 6th season episode of Deep Space Nine, find it. Watch it. It's fantastic. It is so good. Miles doesn't love Keiko anyway. Miles loves Julian. Miles/Julian forever. OTP. Which is problematic for me because I started off the show just hating Julian so much. But is there a more adorable character in all of television than Miles O'Brien? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think so. I asked that question, but I didn't want you to answer it because I don't think that there is a right answer that isn't no. So that was misleading. I apologize. All kinds of fan theories that Keiko was an evil creature for a whole season. I'm not aware of those theories. Shut up, fucking fubbin'. Oh god. Oh god. It's fine. It's I'm not dead. For whole seasons. Huh. I mean, I could see it. I would not. No, I want to go down. That's not it. Shit. Get out of the way. Thing is, though, Keiko is not unattractive herself. So I would watch the O'Brien sex tape. I say such horrifying things in stream. No, please don't drop me in an awful thing. Okay. Yeah, Far Beyond the Stars. So my favorite episode of any Star Trek ever is probably the City on the Edge of Forever. Just for so many reasons. I mean, it's an original series episode written by Harlan Ellison, and there's a lot of controversy about like the script and what was changed, but I've read all the original scripts and I've seen the episode many times, and they're all really good. There's a scene at the end with yeah. What's best is you said I would watch the O'Brien sex tape while playing a Barbie game. Yep. It's what we do here on Satan's Fingers. This time you're in for a surprise. One look at Ollie the Giant and I won't look so bad to you anymore. Ollie the... Defeat Ollie by using the wand to transform the flying mini griffins. Watch out for falling fruit. No, but... Oh, he just trips. That's nifty. See, I did it again. I'm saying nifty again. Does the screen extend? Oh, nope. No, I got hit. I'm glad Ollie. Oh. So if I could jump over him effectively, this might not be so bad. Oh, okay. I just have to wait longer than I thought I did. Fucking fuck. Yeah, children's game. Are we sure this isn't an adventure game where marrying some random person off is the answer? No. I was kind of thinking that, I was a little surprised that he wasn't more interested in our sister. And I was thinking that it would, you know, that was... Fucking fuck. Please just shoot another thing now, please. Please just shoot another thing. Because then I can win. Okay, I win. Collect 10 coins. Maybe I'll actually do it this time. Oh, they're just like out in the open. I wonder if I have an easier one because I failed the last two. Is our sister the pretty... Oh no, it's a combination of things. Oh. So there's some that I can just collect outright. There's some that are things I have to fly through. There's some things that are clouds that I have to bounce on. Guys, I think this is the first time I'm going to get the whole picture. Look at that. That is a very pretty Pegasus. You've earned an extra heart. Oh! Oh! I should have replayed those earlier ones that I failed at. I thought I was just getting a picture. I was getting a heart. I was failing to get a heart. Huh. It's really nice that, like, they allow you to retry that. But I wish that there were some, like, clearer incentivization. Like, other than, like, you make the picture complete. Because I don't care. I don't know a whole lot of kids. I mean, some kids are going to want that picture to be complete. I don't think I would have. Why are we in the heart of this glacier? Winlock has kidnapped the stone statues of people from the kingdom and hidden them deep in the ice. You'll have to look carefully to find them all. One said specifically that you could get one. Oh, okay. So I just missed it because I'm not paying that much attention. Or I wasn't. I'm paying more attention now because this is... Oh no, I have to get another power first. I don't want to get another power first and then backtrack. Oh, fucking. Jesus. This game targeted at very young people Sometimes kicking my ass. Oh, I'm not. Switch to the right. Haha, I did it. Look at that. Oh no, there's ice physics. It's the warmth jewel. I can melt ice with this one power. Ooh, I like the sound effect. Yeah, it is nice, like that. It really, in addition to the other things that it's doing, it is really kind of teaching gaming literacy. Like, it's not shying away from, like, the things that games do. Like, have ice physics. No. Han Solo. Yeah, like I did not anticipate being impressed by this game, but shit. Where's my up? Uppy, up. Yes. Yeah, they're bluer now. These ones. The ones that you hit were decidedly grayer. I can't get up there. Those low to the ground enemies. I can't with the low to the ground. I don't. Maybe I want to go up first. Nope. There we go. Maybe I don't want to go up first. Oh god. Oh god. No, I changed my mind. I wonder who the devs were and what else they made. Looks like they took this really seriously. Yeah. Which, is great. Like, I was being so cynical with my decision to play a Barbie game. And then, just sort of the name of this, and I watched 5 minutes on YouTube of someone's gameplay, and so I got that like first story element part, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be right for our talking about, and you know, it is, but not in a way that I expected. Like this, they did take it super seriously, like they. Which is great. Like, good job, people who made this game. Maybe I should have done that. So I have a lot to talk about regarding the game right now. So, I can tell you some stories. I was, every time I watch Thanorod stream, I'm impressed by all of the sexual harassment. And it reminded me that I was sexually harassed by a sign at work the other week. It was supposed to be, you know, just to communicate from our materials management department. And, you know, instead of signing it materials management, they abbreviated. And so the end of the note said, thanks. And when I read that, I blushed a little bit. And it makes me, every time I say thanks to somebody, I want to be like, thanks. So I think it's the the breadth of the harassment that inaugural receives that impresses me. Like, it's just, it's creative, and he's so just not bothered by it. Like, it just rolls off his back, and I would not like to be sexually harassed more on account of it would make me feel funny. And it would probably, I shouldn't tell you that. That is not the thing I should be saying. No, it would not affect me in the slightest, and therefore it would be a waste of time. Right? You believe that? Oh, you lovely people believe the thing that I just said. Why would I lie to you? Yeah, I definitely think so. Like, he's a good sport about it, and like, it doesn't seem to make him uncomfortable at all. Like, and I think that that's the reason that he is, you know, harassed the way he is because he's just cool with it. I like to think this chat would respect people's relative comfort level. So there's this weird thing, though, I think, with, like, people's being embarrassed. Like, I think that social awkwardness is really cute. And so, like, there's an impulse to, like, embarrass people and make people feel shy. And I don't know that that's something that I share with a lot of people, but, like, I get that. Like, I get why people would want to do things that make people blush. So I guess that's where I'm coming from with that, is to just, I would understand the impulse, and I don't think, like, I wouldn't be bothered, honestly, but no joke, idle satire, like, I enjoy streaming, and I enjoy having an audience, and I enjoy the people who are in my audience, but I've been really hesitant to, like, I don't know, build the audience at all. Like, even tweeting about it is a little weird, and, like, sometimes Stanarod will retweet me, and then I'm like, oh fuck, like, who's gonna come now? I don't know. And I'm not really, like, a socially awkward person. I mean, you probably can't tell, but I do really well in social situations most of the time. So I don't know. I think it's partially just because, like, I feel so out of my element. And like, I'm not a gamer. I'm a nerd, but I'm not a gamer. And I feel like I'm waiting always, just to, here's our neurotic self-confession of the day. I feel like I'm always waiting for somebody to just, like, call me out. Like, hey, wait a second. You don't know what you're doing or what you're talking about. What makes you think that you can belong in this subculture? And that is not a real fear. That's not reasonable. Especially when I have found this group of people to interact with. Like, that's, everyone is awesome. But you know, so I don't. This is a community that, like I was saying earlier, like it's, you know, there's no like fear of failure, like in a general sense. Like people ask dumb questions on the way to learning how to ask good questions, and I value that. Like that's a really difficult thing to do. It's really difficult to foster that kind of environment. And like that is due in part to Sean Bouchard and just like the kind of person that he is and the way he runs his things. It's due in part to just like Sean Plott being awesome and positive and attracting that kind of person. So if play-by-play is a subset of Sean Plott's community, like that's it's natural. But then like it's a lot is falls on the people who actually make up the community, and we do a really good job of being welcoming, of being like considerate and generous. Like the very beginning of the stream, like I have often asked questions about gender in games, mostly in chat, not like questions like at the end of, you know, play-by-play question sessions, but like it's a thing that I always want to talk about, and so I'll say something in chat often, and you know, it'll get glossed over, people just sort of shrug, and I drop it, and that's fine. But like no one has been like, that is totally inappropriate, why do you harp on these things, this is, what the hell? Like, never been the reaction. Everyone just, you know, considers it generously, and if it's not a productive discussion, it's not a productive discussion, it's not a thing that we talk about, and that's fine, but that's it. Like, so I stick around and I ask better questions next time, and talk about different elements of games. And I killed a thing that was on the ground. Yeah, so I think that part of it is I don't necessarily know how to articulate sort of like the promptness of questions about gender. Did that woman have a mustache? Maybe. Is it pooping gold? Is that what's happening? Is that a unicorn pooping gold? Thank you, Cage Tiger. Yeah, I like. I'm glad that I could be there, and like I get annoyed by sort of like the ambassador status of things sometimes. Like I don't, you know, my opinion represents my opinion. But if my presence in a discussion can make people feel comfortable having a discussion, I think that is fantastic, because I want discussions to happen. So yeah, and I one of the first things that I did on the forum, like I think before I had been attending, that may have been before I attended any play-by-play live streams. Like I had done the Sunday Game Club one, but I don't think I had been in any play-by-play live. And I came at that discussion from sort of a place of negativity that like I wouldn't now. No, this is not what I want to have happen. Like, and it probably came off a little bit defensive, and that's because, like, it kind of was a little bit defensive, because that's how I've been cultured. Like, that's the conditioning that I have, and, like, interacting online is to, like, start from a place of defensiveness. So I don't think I did a great job in that conversation, initially at least, but, yeah. What I need to do is jump and then hit the thing. That's I got it. Yeah, well, so it's not so much an issue like when I'm talking about wanting to discuss gender and then like the discussion not happening for whatever reason. I think that it's more a failing on my part currently, because I'm still learning how to have these discussions, and how to have these discussions about media or interactive media. Like it's outside of my wheelhouse, you know. So no. Yeah, so I don't, like, I may not be asking questions that lead to a compelling discussion, I think is what I'm trying to get at. But I'm learning and it's getting better. No, I didn't. Like, I still try to be, you know, respectful. But, like, you can be respectful and dismissive at the same time. I feel like I may have been a little bit dismissive, or made things a little bit too personal. I don't know. So here's the thing that you may not be surprised about me, because I think this is probably a thing you may not be surprised about me, because I think this is probably a thing that many or most of us do, is I overthink things that I have done, and how I should have done them, and how I could have done them differently. It's a little bit like remorse, I guess. But yeah, so there are times that I worry. Not really worry. Like, it's not a big deal. But yeah. The log is still flying because once you turn a person into a log, they're just logs. And they just fly around as logs. Nope, that was not what I wanted. I wish I could know where the door is. No. Shit. I'm gonna die again. I am so gonna die. Look at me die. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. And especially like once so at the time I think that everyone in the community was way more anonymous to me. And so like knowing people's temperament is a big deal. Like being able to read into the text like who that person is. And like I didn't have that at the time, and now that I do have that, there are some things that I'm like, well, it's a little bit regrettable. I want this other... Was it here? No. you're not the boss. Come on, Eve. You're the boss. You are so the boss. You're the most important Eve White in the whole world. I'm a dick sometimes. But, yeah, no, like, that's... If it weren't... Fuck. If it were... Like, I watched all the play-by-plays. Oh, no, that's not the right button. There's got to be, god damn it, I keep doing it over and over. There's gotta be a door, right? I have a key. Where's my door? No, that's not right. Shit. Yeah, so anyway, I had watched the play-by-play on YouTube and enjoyed that, and be kind of idly, you know, like I tend to watch or have fucking hell long duration things. I work overnight, so when I'm trying to get sleep, in the days when I'm working that night, I'll put on something long, you know. I'll sit Netflix up and I'll have TED Talks for 2 hours while I fall asleep, and that's how I did play-by-play. And does this not hurt me? Oh, it does hurt me. How do? But yeah, anyway, like the chat is so fantastic. Like that, if the chat hadn't been as fantastic as it was the first time I was in a play-by-play chat and the first time I was in a Sunday Game Club chat, like I wouldn't have like stuck around. I probably would have watched more Sean Bouchard on YouTube, because like he's interesting and compelling as, you know, just watching those videos divorced from the experience of being in chat. But you lovely people are the reason that I stuck around, and the reason that I'm doing this right now. This thing that I'm doing is your fault, so keep that in mind. No. Where's the... What? Oh! You're... Oh, what I should do is that. I feel like there are camps. And I feel like, Eve White, you're always looking for me to be mocking Thanarod, which is almost never the case, unless I'm talking about bathrooms. If I am talking about a bathroom phobia, then yes, I am mocking him. But outside of that, reach the end by using your wand to make the blocks disappear before time runs out. Oh, go. Yeah, it's one of those like, I'm joking, not joking, JK LOL. Oh no, I'm gonna die, and I can't. Oh. Protective micro, you can understand that. Yes, I can. And finally, we have a legitimately decent, other costume. I can see that, Cage Tiger. That makes sense to me. I mean, not like sense, but yeah. So I historically have been a giant asshole. Like 17-year-old Jason, none of you would have anything to do with. I can promise you that. But like I'm on the mend. I'm yeah, a lot better now, but so it's very natural to like come back for me, like really, you know, some kind of quick-witted, like horrifyingly bad thing to say to or about somebody. But oh, that's not what I wanted. Is there anything? No. Yeah, I did it. That one took way longer than it should have, I feel. Because I was just dumb. Okay, but I think I'm gonna take another short break. And yeah. BRB.